Good afternoon, everybody. It's Hunter Elliott with rangehot.com. Hope you all are doing well. This afternoon, I'm finalizing my review of the Canik TP9 SFx 9mm handgun. First thing I want to show you is the 20-round detachable box magazine is out. Slide is locked to the rear. Chamber is empty, so we know the handgun is safe to talk about. Now, before I get into the review, I want to put out a disclaimer. I do not want this to turn into any sort of political discussion or argument. This pistol is imported from Turkey. Turkey is a member of NATO. It is one of our allies. And of the people that I've met that worked at Canik, being it the folks that work there, the media, what have you, they were all super nice and very gracious to me. And all I can base my opinion on is the folks that I've met, and they were all good to go. So bear in mind, rangehot.com is a gun channel. We are not a political forum. Don't want to even wade into that. So with that said, let's get on with the review. I got this pistol from Canik a couple months ago. Within that time, myself and several of my friends and family have managed to put just over 500 rounds downrange of various types of jacket, hollow point, and ball rounds. Throughout that time, I did not have a single failure to feed, jam, misfire, misfeed, anything. Gun run like a soil machine. And it consistently locked the slide back on an empty magazine every time. Now, throughout the review, got a lot to go over, so let's get with it. I want to start here at the top. Pistol comes from the factory with Warren tactical sights. This front sight here has a red fiber optic light pipe. If you don't care for that, within the kit comes a green fiber optic light pipe, so you can swap that out. This rear sight here is a U-notch style, and it is drift adjustable. The dovetail cuts on these sights are industry standard, so if you don't like them, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to swap in new sights. The top of the slide, in between the front and rear sight, is nicely serrated, and all that's going to do is help keep any kind of sheen or reflection off the top of the slide when you're running the gun, maybe disrupt that side alignment sight picture. Now, also something pretty cool is you have this removable plate here, and that will allow you to install one of 4 red dot interface plates that come with the pistol. And basically what that would allow you to do is add any number of popular red dot type holographic sights to the top of the gun. That's becoming very popular today, so if that's something you might be interested in doing, Canik's got you hooked up on this pistol already ready. This is a little bit longer barrel than most of the standard Caniks I'm used to seeing. It's actually a 5.2 inch match grade barrel, and because they increased the length of the barrel, they did have to increase the length of the slide a little bit, but to counter that mass increase, each side has 4 lightning cuts here at the front, so that's going to alleviate any kind of issues or problems that you may have of having a heavier, more massive slide. And then right here at the end, you can see it's got what I call the Browning cut, just forward of the forward cocking serrations, rear cocking serrations here at the rear. Nicely textured, no problem running the gun. Coming down here to the dust cover, it is equipped with your standard Picatinny rail, as has become pretty commonplace in most any kind of handgun today, which I'm thankful to see. All that's going to do is add a little bit more versatility to what you can and can't do with a gun. Squared off trigger guard here, the very front of that is textured. And now it is a striker fired gun, so the trigger pull, it's not bad. It does have the center mounted safety like you're used to seeing. Trigger breaks pretty nice at 4 pounds with some take up and a little bit of over travel. So not a bad trigger at all, especially considering this is a striker fired pistol with a polymer receiver. Coming in here to the front strap, it is nicely textured. The magazine well is just slightly beveled, and then the port and starboard side of the grip area of the receiver is nicely textured. Coming here to the rear, it's got interchangeable back straps, and they are also nicely textured, and that's just going to allow you to customize the feel of the gun depending on, your hand size and shape and all that sort of stuff. Up here to the rear, you can see it's got a really nice, generous, deep beaver tail, and that just allows you to get a good solid purchase on the gun. And then at the rear of the slide, you've got the striker indicator. Got a little red dot here indicating the striker is cocked. Once you pull the trigger, little red dot disappears indicating it's no longer cocked. Weird. On the left side, you've got the controls. It does have an extended slide stop, so when you're running the gun, it runs dry. Get that fresh mag in there, you can get your thumb on it pretty easy, plenty of real estate to get that slide back in battery. And you've got a really large magazine release, and it is also interchangeable. But the cool thing about that is not only is it interchangeable, but Canik sent 2 other sizes of the mag release. So this isn't quite your taste. You can also swap out the size of the mag release. So that's something pretty different, but I think it's actually pretty cool. And that's really the very, in a nutshell, where we're at with this pistol. So the factory magazines, they start out as an 18 round type Mekar magazine, and they do have a +2 extension on the bottom, so the 2 magazines total of 20 rounds. That's a whole lot of ammunition on board. It also comes from Canik with a Kydex plastic holster with a single secure strap. You know, and it's not a bad holster. It wouldn't probably be my first choice, but you know, to be included with the gun at this price point, that is not a bad deal at all. So you could buy the pistol and you're already ready to go right here, and then you can decide on what, if you want to change out the way you carry the gun, and you're good to go. It also does come with a very basic cleaning kit, a magazine loader for those with weak thumbs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just picking. Everybody calm down. And then it also comes with a little small toolkit that allows you to work on the sights, removal of the sights, swapping out the magazine catch, and it's got a cocking aid. And what I mean by that is it's a little small bar that threads into one of the red dot interface plates and allows you to have a little bit easier time to, if you needed to rack that slides. Accuracy wise, we took it out to 25 yards, shot some really nice groups with it. Best group that we got was 1 3/4 inch. But throughout the day, throughout shooting a gamut of what's readily available, the gun was averaging about 2 inches at 25 yards, which I don't think there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's plenty nice, especially with my 44-year-old eyes using iron sight. So that fiber optic front sight, though, I'm sure helped a little bit on that. We can talk about disassembly real quick. Here again, I'm going to show you the pistol is not loaded. You pull the trigger, pull it back to the rear, you pull this takedown notch down, slide comes off. Now you've got access to the recoil spring, the barrel, and all that sort of stuff, when and if you need to service or clean the gun. Reassembly is in reverse, just as you would expect. Good to go. So, I mean, how simple is that? All right, y'all. Well, that's really about it. As always, there's going to be an article on rangehot.com with a lot more of the technical features. This is always just a video overview. So if you've got any questions, jump over to rangehot.com, read the written review. If you've got any questions past that, reach out to me. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, the whole 9 yards. We do all the social media stuff. Let me know what you think, good, bad, right, or wrong. Is there something you like, something you didn't like, the question you had, something I forgot to cover? I'm always looking to make the articles and videos better, so y'all will continue to come back and watch them and give me feedback. So I certainly appreciate that. Other than that, that's all I got. So I want you to take care of yourselves and each other, and I look forward to seeing you at the range.